So this is one of the corners of the meeting house right here. Basically, it comes in this way right to a point right around where the stick is here. You see there's all the scattered rock and scattered brick inside the foundation trench where the meeting house was there. And as we start going out this way, we lose all the scattered rock and brick, and we start finding good soil stains. Because they would have dug a trench, but they would have set the meeting house stones in it. If it was cut granite or if it was just field stones, they would have dug a trench there. So we found part of the meeting house trench coming through here, the foundation trench, and then it runs over to this unit here. And there's nice dark soil coming across with bits of brick scattered inside of it. One bigger rock here, and then bits of scattered brick here, so it's about that wide in here. So that continues over this way. So there's more of the dark soil with the brick in here. This is the natural soil, natural subsoil here, and this is the dark soil for the foundation trench. And there would have been another corner here, basically. And then the front wall, the front of the meeting house, is going to run off this way. So we've got some scattered rocks and scattered bricks and dark soil there again, kind of running right down towards the metal stake that's down there. I think the front door would have been down there in the larger area that we had excavated. And then opposite the front door, there was a broad alley where people would travel down, and then right in the front, right in this area up here, would have been approximately where we think the pulpit would have been. The pulpit would have been here, and then behind that would have been a glass window, a pulpit window, which we found some evidence of, some little pieces of glass we think probably came from that window. We know exactly where the meeting house sits on this property now. It's given us a lot of great information about meeting houses in the 18th century, because every town had a meeting house, but not many of them actually survived to the present day. And this is only the second archaeological project in Massachusetts that's been done on an 18th century meeting house. We did a number of test pits all around the space of the yard around the meeting house, thinking maybe they were using the meeting house as sort of a social meeting spot, maybe they were having picnics or something like that. But we found no evidence of anyone really doing much of anything around the meeting house at all. We found a couple of tobacco pipe fragments, and that's about it. So this seems to have been a real space that they would use on the Sabbath, used for services, used for community meetings, and that's about it. No one seems to have been coming around here and hanging out and picnicking or anything like that when it wasn't in use for the Sabbath and such. We found a lot of architectural evidence, a lot of things like handmade nails, handmade bricks, pieces of window glass, pieces of curved window glass we think were from the pulpit window. We found tobacco pipes, little fragments of tobacco pipes probably from people either initially building the meeting house or from people tearing down the meeting house, basically. We found a few fragments of ceramics, English ceramics, that we know date to before the American Revolution, because we know after the American Revolution people weren't importing these ceramics from England anymore because they wanted to have a complete break with the English. So we're finding those fragments of ceramics right up in the general area of where the pulpit was in the meeting house. I don't know if there's any significance to that or not, but we found some very tiny glass beads. We found Native American materials going back about 3,000 to 4,000 years, spearheads and very small chips of stone from making arrowheads and spearheads, just little leftovers of that. And then we've also found things like animal bones that are a result of people's meals that they had out here, and more recent ceramics and things like plastic combs and milk bottle caps and things like that help us understand how this land has been used for the past thousands of years, 4,000 years or so. So every little bit that we save, even if it's a milk bottle cap from 60 years ago, we'll save it because it adds to the story.